What you want, what you need, hair on fleek, come see me. What you want, what you need, your face beat, Princess Rese, hair on fleek, come see me. What you want, what you need, your face beat, Princess Rese.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to your girl because once you're here, you're stuck. So obviously today we have a new setup. I am at the Belaire headquarters and we are filming a Belaire inspired makeup tutorial today. As you guys can see, we are chilling here, and when you're doing your makeup, you want to be real comfortable. I like to feel cozy. Got on my robe and let's pop a bottle and get started. You should grab your glass too, girls, so we can have a sip and chat together. Take a sip. So like I told you guys, today's look is gonna be Belaire inspired. So of course, we gotta have some pink in this makeup look. As usual, I'm going to start off with my brows. Just brushing my brow hairs in place. I actually just nared my brows last night. And we're gonna use Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Chocolate. Just lightly fill them in. My brows are filled in. I'm going to conceal with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, of course, and my e.l.f. Tan Sand Concealer as well. So I always start off with the LA Girl Pro Concealer first because it is close to my skin tone, and then I go in with the Tan Sand for a nice natural brow highlight. We're just gonna outline and drag the concealer down. Now I'm just gonna go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer by itself and conceal the top of my brows. So to prime, I'm gonna use my Juvia's Place primer in the color Shade 2. I actually really like this primer because it's pretty creamy. Using patting motions, I'm just gonna dab it all over my eyelid, blending it directly into the concealer. For eyeshadow, I'm actually going to be using two palettes today. So the Juvia's Place Wahala 2 palette, which is this multicolored, gorgeous palette. And I'm also going to use the Violet Voss Best Life palette. So it's also a multicolored palette. It actually has these cool shimmery shadows in it as well. So first I'm going to go in with a transition shade that's close to my skin tone. And we're gonna use that as the base. I'm gonna go directly into the crease with that color. And we call this windshield wiper motion. So just going back and forth to get it evenly blended. So, did you get your glass, girl? Make sure you get your glass so we could sip and chat. This look I'm going for is very vibrant, and this is something I would wear to go out with my friends. You know, usually when I do something that's really vibrant, I wear something pretty calm. So next we are going to go back in with the primer, and I'm just gonna pat that on my lid, just my lid area. You don't want to go too high. said, you know, the look is very much gonna be Belaire inspired, so we have to have some pink. Y'all know I love me some pink. Y'all know I love pink. That's like my favorite color. Sip time. So we're just gonna go straight in with Too Much, which is this nice, vibrant pink color. And I'm literally just gonna pat that onto my lid. So you always wanna use like patting motions when you have a color that's really vibrant, because if you blend it in too much, the color would not show up the way you want it to. Now to blend that into my crease, I'm gonna use Wasted, which is this like orange color. And guys, if you guys want to recreate this look, make sure you tag me so I can repost it on my Instagram. And guys, let me know in the comments below, like, what you guys have planned for the summertime, because I know I'm gonna summer this summer like I never summered before, okay? Because, you know, we've been in this pandemic, locked in the house, working, and just trying to get things together. But it seems as though things are slowly starting to open back up. So this summer is gonna be a lit one, I already know. I can already tell. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with Summertime. Wow, that's funny. Summertime. That's the name of the color right here. It's like a nice chocolatey brown. I'm using the same brush. This is how you create that like gradient effect where all your colors are like just completely blended together. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you guys plan to travel, what plans you guys have for this summer. I know I want to travel, try out some new restaurants, and I just want to try out some new spots. Like, why not? You know, we gotta try new things. So we gotta take a little pause, right, and refill this glass. Make sure you're refilling your glass. We are drinking the Belaire Luxe Rosé. Okay, now I'm gonna go on with a little bit of ASAP, which is like this dark chocolatey brown color. Right into the crease as well. Honestly guys, doing my makeup is like really therapeutic for me. I'm just chilling at home, vibing out, and just creating looks. Like, it's just such a vibe. Can't really explain it, but I know you guys can relate. Now to add that extra pop with the pink, I'm gonna go back in with the same shadow and do the same pattern motions once again. That just brings everything all together. Now for eyeliner, I'm gonna go in with my NYX matte liquid liner. So if you guys haven't checked out my girl talk video, make sure you go check that out if you haven't yet. And listen, it's a hot girl summer, so we flying like butterflies and we doing what we want. We taking over, okay? So next we're gonna go in with my lashes. Of course, Rese Artistry on deck. Bossy Lash, launching real soon. Yeah, so make sure you guys summer this summer like you'd never summered before, okay? Go out with your friends, your homegirls. If you want to take that trip, book that flight. I am now cutting my lashes to fit exactly my eye shape. And a way to help yourself figure out where you want to cut, you want to like look down and hold the lash above like your lash line, and that's how you're able to really like measure where you want to cut it, because if you don't cut your lashes, they're definitely going to stick you and it's going to cause a lot of irritation in your eyes. So I like to just, you know, measure it while the glue is not on it. So as you guys can see, it fits perfectly, and now we have our lash. So what I like to do with my lashes, to get them to really stay for a long period of time, I put on the lash glue, and while they are sitting, I then apply my primer and foundation, and then I go back in with the lashes. By that time, my lash will be extremely tacky. So I usually do that when I have more like of a dramatic lash. For more of like a natural lash, I would apply my primer and then go in with the lashes, because the lash band tends to be a little bit skinnier. So yeah, once again, you look down to your mirror, you hold it by your eye, you're able to measure and see where it's too long, and you just cut the ends. Depending on the lash style is where I would suggest which side you cut first, because if it is a lash style that's more like wispy, you might want to cut the beginning part of the lash, because you don't want to cut off that wispy end. You know, that kind of messes up the lash and defeats the purpose. So once again, I measure without the glue. Perfect. I see people tend to apply the glue in the back of the lash band, which doesn't really help your lash to stay at all for longevity purposes. You want to apply the glue above and on top of the lash band. And don't be cheap with your lash glue, girls. Be generous with it, because you want your lash to last. You don't want to go out. It's a hot girl summer. You don't want to be outside having to reapply your lashes. You don't want to have to do that, okay? That is the most annoying thing as a girl. So you want to put a nice generous amount. Let that sit. Hold on. It's time to take a sip. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Smashbox primer. This is the Photo Finish Primer. Now, my favorite foundation, if you're a newcomer, once again, welcome. But if you're an OG, you know you gotta have the NARS foundation, girls. My favorite. So I'm gonna go in with the Radiant Foundation in the color Macao. And then we're also gonna go in with the Sheer Gold Foundation in the color Marquises. So I like to mix the two because my skin tone is like a mixture of both. With Macao first. Using circular motions, just blending in the foundation, buffing it into the skin. I really like the NARS foundation because it just gives you that like natural skin finish glow. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with some of Marquises on the bottom half of my face. You want to make sure that you drag your foundation down to your neck, because one thing we're not gonna do this summer is have any flashback, honey, okay? We don't want no flashback. So make sure you're bringing your foundation all the way down. Drag it. And you don't really have to drag your foundation down too far down your neck, because depending on what you're wearing, obviously it'll mess up your outfit, but right about over here is fine. And also, ladies, make sure you get your foundation in the crease by your nose. I know some of us, we have like deeper creases than others, so if you do tend to have a deep crease by your nose, or even if you have oily skin, you want to really make sure you get it in there. And as usual, I like to hold my lace or my baby hairs when I'm getting close to the top, because I hate getting makeup in my lace. Okay, now we have an even layer of foundation. Hold on, before we even put the lashes on, let's take another sip. Now I'm gonna go in with my They're Real mascara by Benefit. We're gonna apply a nice thin layer of mascara. You don't need too much mascara when you're wearing falsies. Okay. Now my lashes are perfectly set and ready to be applied. Same thing when you're cutting your lashes, you're looking down. It's the same way that I apply it. So you want to stick it in the middle and then stick the outer corners. And what I also like to do is kind of clamp my lashes together so that it makes it very seamless. Now we're gonna go in with my concealer. I'm using the same concealers that I used for my brows. So the Tarte Tan Sand and LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. Actually, before I even do my concealer, I want to spice up the eyeliner a little bit. So I'm gonna add some white. So I'm gonna use the Anastasia Norvina collection white eyeliner. And I'm just pretty much gonna outline the end of my wing. So I'm gonna take the Tan Sand first. Use that to brighten up under my eyes. Now to contour, I'm gonna go in with Anastasia's foundation stick in the color Ebony. Recently, what I have been doing to contour my nose, I feel like when you apply like a foundation stick or a contour stick directly on your nose, it kind of looks a little bit too harsh. So what I like to do is just take like a soft little fluffy brush and use that to contour my nose, because it gives a softer effect. You never want your nose contour to look too sharp and unnatural. And look, I just got a nose job in like 2 seconds. And listen, ladies, don't be scared to wear makeup in the summertime, okay? I know it's hot, but you want to be beat and you want to be put together. Don't be afraid. Just get you a good primer and you will be all right. Okay, now we're going to take my beauty blender and gently tap into that concealer. Take your foundation brush and use that to blend out your contour. And then I like to just kind of like buff out the edges of my concealer just to make sure it's really, really, really blended. You also want to make sure that you have a damp beauty blender. That's when it works the best. Now for the nose contour, I like to use my foundation brush to blend it. So I hold my brush on the side and so I just like to blend it going downwards. And I like to alternate between my beauty blender and my foundation brush to blend out that nose contour. So before I set, I'm just gonna take a little bit of like the remaining concealer, but just the tan sand area, and just go right back into my under eye. Also, ladies, here's a tip. If you realize that you have some creasing under your eye with your concealer, you wanna make sure that it's completely blended before you set, because if you set your makeup with the creasing still there, it's definitely gonna show and it's not gonna be as blended as you would like it to be. So you always wanna make sure that you go back in and make sure everything is seamlessly blended, and then go in with your setting powder and set your makeup. So we're gonna use the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, my favorite. I'm gonna go straight directly in it, and I like to dust it off, like dust off a little bit. basically you want to set everywhere that you concealed. Sometimes I like to take the Access setting powder and just go around my mouth and around my jawline. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Inglot gel liner in the color 77, and I'm gonna use this for my lash line on the bottom. So for my lower lash line, I'm gonna go back in with Summertime, which is that brown color that I used in my crease. This look just coming together. Now we're gonna dust off that setting powder. You don't wanna leave your setting powder on for too long. We're not giving casket, okay? We're giving nice, soft, blended, and flawless skin. So we're just gonna dust away that setting powder. I'm gonna add some mascara to my lower lash line. So guys, I have some exciting news. If you guys want to get dolled up just like me, we do have a giveaway, and I want to thank Belaire so much for this opportunity. So we are giving away the flute, the robe, so you can get glammed up just like me in the house, and we're also giving away a pair of Rese Artistry mink lashes. So stay tuned for the information. I'll link everything in the description box below, all the information, and it's gonna be lit. You can get glammed up just like Rese. We're gonna contour with the Morphe 8R palette, and I'm gonna go in with the bronzer color that they have and just bronze myself up. I'm also gonna take the blush that is in this palette as well. And for some highlight, we're gonna go in with the Becca Topaz highlighter, which is this nice golden bronze color. You know, these days I haven't been into too much highlight, but it's okay to have a little glow. A little glow looks good. You don't wanna look too matte, dry, and not glowy. So for the summertime, make sure you add some glow into your makeup routine, because it always just gives that like skin finish vibe. To the bridge of my nose. Okay, I think I'm gonna add some white on the top. So I'm gonna go back in with my Norvina eyeliner. Do it halfway. So to clean it up, I'm gonna go back in with the black eyeliner just to make it super sharp. Which this is also a good trick to do in the summertime when you're like almost finished your makeup, going back in with your lash glue just in the corners, because usually that's where it tends to lift up the easiest. Just apply just a little bit, and make sure you press it in, and there you go. So I do want to glam this look up a little bit, so I'm gonna go in with some rhinestones. Before I go in with my rhinestones, what we gonna do, girls? Take a sip. I actually need a refill. Hold on, y'all. So I have some like iridescent rhinestones here. So I'm actually gonna apply like a little bit of the glue where I know I want to place the rhinestones. So I definitely want one on the bottom. Just makes it a little easier for placement purposes to apply your glue first and then apply the rhinestones. There's a tutorial that's on my YouTube as well where I got eyeliner on my face, and it's okay. Don't get frustrated. Just wipe it off, take your time, and clean it up. Don't take off all your makeup if you make a mistake. There's always a way to fix a mistake. First of all, concealer conceals everything. That's why it's called concealer, because we want to cover up the mistakes. So if you mess up during the process of doing your makeup, it's okay. Just take your time and get it together, and you'll be okay. So for the lips, I am taking my favorite lip liner right now, which is the Kiss Luxury Intense Lip Liner in the color Dark Brown. And next, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe Mega Matte Lipstick in the color Bare All, which is like one of my favorite matte lipsticks. For nude lips, I really like using a matte lipstick and then going on top of it with a gloss instead of just using like a straight nude gloss, because when you apply matte lipstick, it really stays for a longer period of time than if you were to just apply a nude lipstick. And then to top it off, I'm gonna go in with Fenty's Sweet Mouth, which is another one of my go-to nude lips. Fenty has really good like lip glosses if you just want to just grab and go but still have that nice plump velvety feeling lips. And you know I like a lot of gloss, right? So we're gonna gloss these lips up, baby. Perfect. And now to set, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe Continuous Mini Setting Spray. This is like my finishing touch, you know, like this was a limited edition Morphe setting spray, which smells so amazing. It smells like, literally smells like perfume. So we're just gonna use this to set. Always make sure you put your hair straight back when you're setting. You don't wanna get setting spray all in your hair. So I'm just gonna twist it. And this is the final look, ladies. I hope you guys really enjoyed the tutorial. I'm just gonna spray my hair a little bit to add some more moisture. So guys, this is the finished look. Thank you guys for tuning into this tutorial. And once again, we have a giveaway. You get to glam yourself up just like me at home. You get you a nice, cute pink Belaire robe, a Belaire glass, and you also get you some Rese Artistry Mink Lashes. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at princess_Rese at Rese Artistry. And make sure you guys follow at Official Belaire on Instagram as well. Stay tuned for my next video. Cheers!
Princess Rese. Princess Rese. Princess Rese.